Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and today we're talking about mods, and specifically some of the changes that have recently gone into the game in preparation for the Mod 2.0 upgrade. We haven't gotten all of the upgrades in the system yet. There's going to be 6-dot mods, there's going to be changes to set bonuses and some other things going on, but those aren't in the game yet. What we do have in the game is a change to how mods upgrade. And this is a pretty big change for those players who are still in the works of building up their mod collection and getting at least a baseline set of mods on a lot of their tunes. So I thought it would be valuable to kind of show the differences and highlight how things used to work under the old system, how they've changed to work under the new system, and what that means in terms of which mods you should be targeting to purchase either in the mod store or upgrading when you get them through certain events. So the big change that happened, I'm going to put up an example mod on screen. This is a purple cross with a speed set, so the icon determines the set, and you get a bonus if you have so many of the same set on a single tune. There's the primary stat you can see is potency. That just upgrades as the mod goes up in level. That's set and doesn't change based on the old to new change that recently went into the game. What changed are how secondary stats upgrade. And currently in the game, speed is king. You want mods with speed secondaries, and you want those speed secondaries to be as high as possible. So the way that it used to work is that the number of secondary stats on every mod in the game is 4. Every mod has 4 secondary stats. And the way that they upgrade is based on the quality of the mod. So now when you get a mod at level 1, you'll see its color, and its color equates to its quality. It can be gray, green, blue, purple, or gold. And each of those qualities will start at level 1 by showing a number of secondaries. So a gray mod won't show any secondaries. Green will show 1 secondary, blue 2, and so on. The way it used to work is that every 3 levels you upgraded that mod, a secondary stat would either get revealed or upgraded. And the order that they got upgraded or revealed in is what changed. So before the update, for this purple mod that we're seeing right now, it has 3 secondary stats that are shown at level 1. When I upgrade this to level 3, one of those secondary stats will upgrade. Then when I get to level 6, another one will upgrade. It could be the same one, but a second one will upgrade. When I get to level 9, it'll get a third upgrade. And when I get to level 12, it will reveal the 4th secondary stat, the secondary statistic on the mod. So it used to be that green and blue mods that had a secondary stat showing were very valuable, especially for early players, because you had a high floor for the speed secondary stat. A green mod that showed a speed secondary of +5, you felt really good about because you had a good chance of that being around a +10 speed secondary. Early on in the game, that's good. That's a good target. Even late in the game for secondary characters and territory wars teams, that can be a really good mod to put on some of your characters. And you knew it was a +10 or thereabouts because only 1 secondary stat was showing. So when you upgraded to +3, the only stat that was showing was guaranteed to upgrade. So if it's speed showing, you knew you were going to get 1 guaranteed upgrade on that speed mod. For a purple mod, like we're showing now, 3 of the secondary stats are shown. So there were 3 chances for the upgrade on a secondary stat, and each of those was a 1 in 3 chance to hit the speed secondary. So 3 rolls at a 33% chance to upgrade the speed. Not bad. Those were seen as high-end mods. If you hit all 3, you could have a +15 or a +20 speed on your secondary, and that's God tier mod. But now that's changed. So for the mod that I'm showing, 3 secondaries are shown. Before anything gets upgraded on a mod now, all 4 secondary stats have to be revealed. So when we upgrade this purple mod to level 3, rather than one of the secondary stats upgrading, the 4th secondary stat gets revealed. And when we do that here, you can see that critical chance is the 4th secondary stat. Now, every 3 levels, 6, 9, and 12, one of those 4 secondary stats will upgrade. So now we get 3 rolls at a 25% chance to upgrade our speed secondary. So that's a nerf. The purple mods have a worse chance of upgrading speed secondaries now than they did previously. Gold mods pretty much stay the same. They always had all 4 showing, so you always had 4 rolls at a 25% chance to upgrade. That stayed the same. But think about the green mod. The green mod we talked about earlier with 1 speed secondary showing used to be a great buy in the mod store when you bought it, thinking you were going to get a +10. Well, now you're going to have to spend your first 3 rolls, level 3, level 6, level 9, just revealing the other 3 secondary stats, and then when you upgrade to level 12, you'll have a 1 in 4 chance of upgrading the speed secondary. That's terrible. That's a huge nerf to green and blue mods, and a slight nerf to purple mods, and gold mods stay the same. So keep that in mind when you're considering whether to buy a mod. Old way, a speed secondary on a green or a blue was great. New way, not so much. You might want to save for when one of those golds come up, or at least know the odds going into it that you're not guaranteed that secondary upgrade anymore. The other aspect of mods that's changing is the potential for a mod to go to 6 dots. Before, 5 dot was the max, and there wasn't much difference between a 4 dot mod and a 5 dot mod. Most times, if you had a 4 dot mod with more speed secondary, you were going to equip that to a character over a 5 dot mod with a speed secondary. So when you were shopping for mods, again, 4 dot versus 5 dot didn't really matter. If it had that speed secondary, you were going to go for it. But now we know as part of the mod 2.0 update, 6 dot mods are coming, and the only way to make a mod 6 dot is to upgrade a 5 dot mod. And 4 dot mods don't get upgraded to 5 dot mods. 4 dot mods are locked. They're stuck at 4 dot. 5 has the potential to go to 6, and that can upgrade their power pretty dramatically. So 4 dot mods, relatively speaking, get a big nerf. They're not as potentially powerful as 5 dot mods now. So at the end of the day, summing all of this up, what you need to consider when you're buying mods now. 4 dot, green and blue used to be, as long as they had a speed secondary showing, a pretty good investment, a nice floor that you could predict fairly well in order to get your teams rolling. You weren't really going to expect to use those in your top end tiers of teams that you've been using for a year or two now. But secondary teams, new players, those were a reliable source of speed secondary increases. Not the case anymore. Now what you want are maybe purple mods, but most likely gold mods, and you want 5 dot mods. Then on top of that, you're also trying to consider the set bonus, which again is going to change based on how these bonuses work themselves out and which ones are going to be good, and the primary stat, and what type of mod is it? Is it a cross, a triangle, a diamond, whatever? So lots of changes here. It dramatically changes the way you farm. If you're not farming mods, you really should start. You should be putting mods on your characters, and hopefully that the tips that I've supplied in this video will give you a little bit of guidance on how to do that. And if you're an elite player, then you're up to speed on all this stuff, but maybe there's just 1 or 2 little tweaks in there that you'll kind of think about running through the odds. If you've got a bigger bankroll, maybe you take less chances on those green or blue mods that had come up and put on your second team, and you save the bank for the really good gold mod, the 1 in 100 that shows up, because now those are so much more valuable and they have so much more potential if you hit the jackpot on it. So that's going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. If you have any other insight into mods, any other tips, leave those in a comment below. I'd appreciate seeing them for myself. I'm certainly not an expert on mods, but I've done a little bit of homework, and I thought I could share some of that information with the community out there. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.